So, you want to learn how to fix your Ritualist hero. Well, what we've got here is a particularly rubbish build, and what I'm going to do is going to show you how it works, or how it doesn't work in this case. Well, in every case so far. And we're going to try and fix it together. So, to the Isle of the Nameless. So we're here at the Master of Damage, and we're going to just let Razza do what he does best, or not necessarily in this case, and just attack. So we're going to lock his target. He's going to start putting up spirits. We already noticed that he's got Boon of Creation up. He used Channeled Strike, so he's using everything fairly well, but he's slowly running out of energy. We noticed Displacement is now up. Shelter hasn't been used, slowly running out of energy. Bloodsong isn't up. I mean, the spirits are all fine, but certain skills are draining his energy, and certain skills aren't being used. We now see Shelter's up. So, he's a basic spirit spammer, but he's not very good, and there are changes that we can make to him. So, we're going to optimise this build. Okay, so we've got this Ritualist in the team, and there are a lot of options for Ritualists. They are quite heavily used in the meta now. So you can use a Signet of Spirits, Channeling Rit, you can use a Healing Ritualist, you can use a Communing Rit, you can hybrid all of this together. For this instance I'm going to use a Communing Ritualist, but we're not going to give him defensive spirits. So let's get rid of some of these defensive things. We're going to get rid of Bloodsong. We're going to keep the res in, but we're going to change that Resurrect for something else. We're going to use a hard Resurrect. So we're going to remove Channeling Magic, bump up Spawning Power, bump up Communing, and put the rest of the points in Restoration. I'm going to go all the way down to Restoration and add in a hard res, which is Flesh of My Flesh, right here. We also need an Elite. Now, for a Communing Ritualist, there are several options. If I can find Communing, Signet of Ghostly Might is a good one. Wanderlust is okay. But I'm going to use, in Spawning Power, there is this one, Soul Twisting. I'm not going to read the skill off to you, but they're quite good at using it. And we're just going to give him a general Spirit Spammer build from the Communing Spirits, which are lesser used. So we're going to add in Shadow Song. I'm going to add in Dissonance and Disenchantment. So this is a heavy energy build, but with Soul Twisting he should be able to use this correctly. So let's see how he does. Now I apologise for the last clip because the pet may have been a little bit distracting, but we're just going to test this to see how he does. We notice that he's using Soul Twisting on recharge, which is fine, and he already has Boon of Creation up. I'm going to renew that because he would have had it up anyway, and we're just going to set him to attack the Master of Damage. Now we see he uses Pain, which recharges instantly, Dissonance and Disenchantment. Soul Twisting goes back up. See, his energy is doing fine. All of these spirits are up. I think that's all of them. No, Shadow Song isn't up. So he hasn't used Shadow Song yet, but that's slightly more of a defensive spirit, so we can't totally blame him for it. So this build's gone down quite well. He's got a Resurrect, he's got all of his spirits up, everything's recharged, his energy's max. He doesn't need to do anything. If I were to make any changes, I might change the Resurrect or change a spirit or two and make him part Channeling Magic. Like I said, with a Ritualist you can do quite a lot. You could go part Protection Prayers because they've got a lot of energy spare. You could even do, let me think, you could do Signet of Spirits, I've said that. You could do Channeling Magic with Splinter Weapon. You could do some healing with Restoration Magic. There's a lot of different variations, but we know that this build is a working one. So, as I've said in every other video, these builds aren't gospel. Go ahead and try things out for yourself, see what works, see what doesn't, and learn. Most importantly, you have to learn how things work, and why things work, or even if things work. So I encourage you to go out and try things for yourself, and to make your own builds, and have some fun with them. Go ahead and click the profession you want to be taken to that video.